You walked out this morning and something was off. Not a disease, not wilting, not a single yellow leaf. Just stillness. The tomatoes are where they were last week. The cucumbers haven't pushed a new runner in days. Everything looks healthy. That's the part that makes this harder to figure out than a plant that's clearly sick. When everything looks fine and nothing is moving, you reach for the most logical explanation available. The plant must need something. So you water. Maybe you fertilize, you give it a few days, and the garden stays exactly where it was. Dark green leaves mean the plant is fed. That's the logic. That's also what's making this worse. Before you add anything else, get a narrow trowel or a hand cultivator and loosen the soil in a ring around each plant, about 4 to 5 inches out from the stem, no deeper than 2 inches. Don't water after, don't add anything. Just break the surface crust and let air reach the roots. That crust is the reason the fertilizer went nowhere. Roots don't absorb nutrients the way a sponge soaks up water. They pump, and that pump needs oxygen. When the soil surface seals after watering or rain, the air pockets collapse. The roots can no longer pull enough water in, even though the soil is still wet. The fertilizer is sitting right there. The roots are sitting right there. Nothing is moving because the roots stopped taking nutrients in. Not hunger, a lockout. One season I fed my tomatoes twice in 2 weeks because the leaves were dark green and nothing was moving. The second feeding changed nothing. Breaking the crust and giving the bed 5 days of rest did. The difference showed up in the growing tip, not the leaves. If you've already fertilized, flush the root zone first. At least a gallon per tomato or pepper plant, 2 gallons per cucumber hill, applied slowly. Do it once. Then let the top inch dry completely before the next watering. After that, cultivate the surface lightly and stop. 4 to 7 days without adding anything. Tomatoes and peppers won't show new growth before that window closes. Cucumbers sometimes move in 3 days once oxygen returns. A runner tip that wasn't there yesterday. A leaf now spread flat. A stalled plant with dark leaves is almost never asking for more input. It's asking you to remove an obstacle. 3 minutes with a hand cultivator does more than another round of fertilizer, and the proof shows up in new growth at the top of the stem within a week. Remember, a plant that stops growing isn't always asking for more fertilizer. Sometimes it's simply asking for air. If this helped, hit the like button so more gardeners can find it. Subscribe for more practical fixes every week. And leave a comment with what your plant looks like right now. Leaf color, when you last watered, whether you fertilized recently. That combination narrows it down faster than any checklist.